everyone. In our last video, today we are going to read the lesson Our Constitution. In our last video, in this we have discussed about meaning and preambles of Constitution. Now today we are going to deal with salient features of our Constitution. First, it is written and lengthy Constitution. Our Constitution is in written form. The powers and the functions of the organs of government like legislature, executive and judiciary have been delineated in our Constitution. Here, legislature, framing of laws, executive, implementation of laws, and judiciary is related to justice. Originally, our Constitution consisted of 22 chapters, 8 schedules, and 395 articles. But later, after many amendments means change in law, it has become a lengthy Constitution with 25 chapters, 12 schedules, and 465 articles. The next it is partially flexible and partially rigid Constitution. The Constitution which can be easily amended, it is called as flexible or simple Constitution. Constitution that have special procedure for amendment are called rigid or complicated Constitution. Our Constitution is neither too flexible nor too rigid. The next it is parliamentary form of government. Our Constitution provides for a parliamentary form of government. The sovereign power of the nation is vested in the elected parliament. Next it is republic system. The Constitution has declared India is a republic. The head of the country is indirectly elected by the citizens. In India, the president is the constitutional head of the state and he is elected. Next it is federal system. Our Constitution provides for a federal system of government because our country consists of different languages, castes, races and geographical regions. Administrative powers are shared by central and state government. This type of system is called as federal system. Next it is fundamental rights. The rights that the Constitution has given to the people are called fundamental rights. No law of any government, central or state, or any organization can deny these rights. If the fundamental rights are taken away or endangered, the citizen can directly appeal to the High Court or the Supreme Court. Next it is fundamental duties. Duties are our responsibilities towards our country. 11 fundamental duties have been incorporated in the A part of our Constitution under clause 51A. Through the 86th amendment to the Constitution in 2002, it has been made a duty of the parents to provide compulsory education to their children between the age group of 6 to 14 years. This is the 11th duty mentioned in the Constitution. Directive principles of state policy. Directive principles of state policy have been incorporated in the 4th schedule of our Constitution. These principles have been adopted from the Irish Constitution. They are the basis for the establishment of social and economic equality. They are the basic principles required for the administration of the country. Now next, independent and centralized judiciary. Our judiciary is independent and centralized. The court has the authority to give full judgment in order to protect the rights of the citizens. Next, single citizenship. The Constitution makes provision for a single citizenship in order to curb narrow-mindedness or provincialism and to promote nationalism. Here it is, our Constitution has given a single citizenship to all the citizens to control narrow-mindedness. Curb means to control and provincialism means affection often extensive towards one's own region or regionalism. When we are having a strong feeling towards our own region, it is called as provincialism. The citizens of this country have the same rights irrespective of their place of birth and residence. Next, adult franchise. The Constitution provides for adult franchise. All citizens above 18 years of age may exercise their right to vote. Bicameral legislature. The central legislature is called Parliament. The Parliament consists of two houses, the lower house Lok Sabha and the upper house Rajya Sabha. Last feature of our Constitution is party system. Political parties are the pillars of a democracy. There is a multi-party system in India. The party which wins the majority of votes in general election becomes the ruling party, whereas the rest will be the opposition parties. These are all the features of our Constitution.